Hello guys, welcome to MyGo Minds. In today's video, we are going to do a small project in ReactJs, which is nothing but navigation of one component to another component. Basically, in this project, we have five components, which is nothing but home.jsx. Next one is contact.jsx, and one more is about.jsx, and we have login.jsx, and one more is mywebsite.jsx. Here mywebsite.jsx will act as a parent component. And now, so we have these five components, and finally we need to export and import in one more component, which is nothing but a mine.jsx. So basically in this program we are going to use these six components: home, contact, about, login, my website, and main.jsx. Now we need to see the output for this code. So this is our home page, about page, contact page, and login page. So whenever user click on this home page, right, it need to display welcome to MyGo Minds. And whenever user clicks on this about hyperlink, we need to display MyGo Minds Institute. And next we need to click on the contact, and it need to display the phone number as well as a mail ID. And when user click on this login component, it need to display a login form. So whenever user entered correct username as well as a password and click on this login button, we need to navigate this person into welcome credential. Otherwise, we need to throw an error. For example, now I am entering the correct input, like a MyGo is a username and a Minds is a password. So when I click on this login, it need to display welcome to MyGo Minds. And when I give the invalid password and click on this login, it need to display error occur and enter a valid details. So for this output, we are going to write a program in ReactJs. Now we are going to see our code. This type of application, we need to create a six components. One is a login.jsx, second one is about.jsx, contact.jsx, home.jsx, as well as mywebsite.jsx, and finally we need to create a component called mine.jsx. So first of all, we need to understand the code what we have under this login.jsx. So first of all, we need to create a functional component called the demo in our login.jsx component. So, and finally at the end, we need to export our component with the same name. And next, we need to define input statements as well as output statement. So input statement will be defined by using a useref. So here useref is nothing but a hook which is used to take a reference value. Here we will give the reference by defaultly a null values. And next, this is our output statement. So here also we need to understand use state. Use state is a hook which is used to maintain the state of our application. Now we need to write a design code under the return. So first of all, we need to create one text box to enter the username and one more box to enter the password. Whenever user clicking on this particular login button, we need to execute the logic under this functional component. Nothing but this is our logic of a component. Here we need to get username.current.value must be a MyGo, and password.current.value is must be Minds. So if it is a true, then the output of this program is welcome to MyGo Minds. If this statement is a false, the output of this program is error occur, enter a valid details. So this is the code in a login.jsx. Now we need to understand the code under about.jsx. So simply we need to create a functional component with a name about, and we need to export the about component, and again within this. So what is the meaning of these? In the sense, whenever user clicking on this about page, right? It need to display. This is a MyGo Minds Institute. So this is the output of our about.jsx component. Now let us come with a contact.jsx. So under this contact.jsx, we need to write some details. Like here, I need to display one a phone number and one more is a mail ID. So if you want to contact our institute, so dial this number or send a message through this mail ID. So this is about a contact.jsx. So whenever we click on this contact hyperlink, we need to display these two details under our browser. And next, we need to understand the home.jsx. So here the home.jsx, simply be creating a functional component with the name home. So under this home, right, we need to display welcome to MyGo Minds. So whenever we need to open this browser, by defaultly we need to show the content of this home page. Now a final component is nothing but a my website.jsx. This is acts like a parent.jsx component. So under this component, we need to provide the multiple links of login, about us, contact us, and home. So now we are going to explain the code of my website.jsx. So in this, we are going to create a functional component called the parent, and we need to create some of the links for the four components like a home, about, contact, and login. And these are to give the margin between each and every hyperlink. And so whenever we need to click on this particular thing, right, it's need to navigate. So here we provide a multiple links for home, about, contact, as well as our login page. Now here we use the routes and route, which was installed from a React Router DOM package. So this is the package which consisting of routers. So this is a root and this is the roots. So under these roots, we need to give the multiple parts of root. So here we define a path of the particular component like about, contact, home, and demo, and we need to provide the element. Here we need to render our element. So here I used to run about, and here I used to render a contact, home, and our login page. So the entire links as well as routings we keep inside to the division tag. And we need to import. So whenever we write this particular thing, right, so defaultly it need to render in our page. For example, so if I remove this about, so if I write about, so it's need to run the, I think defaultly here, just remove this and again write. So within this, we need to write about. So we imported each and every statement about, contact, home, and we need to use some link tags which is provided from React Router DOM package, and one more is a routes, and this is our route. So link, routes, routes which are installed from a package called React Router DOM. So if we need to install these, we need to use a command called npm install React Router DOM. So when you install it from a command prompt, it will give the permission to access the React Router DOM package files. And this is about my website.jsx. This is acts like a parent.jsx of our component. Now finally we need to render this entire code into our main.jsx. Here main.jsx is a root element. So come here, and here we use a browse router. So these packages also installed from React Router DOM. So why we are using the browse router, in the sense we need to navigate from one component to another component. So between this browse router, we need to give the parent, which is nothing but a my website.jsx. So whenever you create a functional component with a name, that should be rendered inside to the main.jsx. So here I declare a parent.jsx. So import parent from components my website. So we need to keep our parent component within the browse router. Then only we can navigate from one component to another component. Now this is about the 6 components under this particular program. Now we need to see the output for this particular code. So go to view and click on terminal. So select command prompt, and now we need to execute our code. We need to write a command called npm run dev. So click on this hyperlink. Now initially we need to see the output as for hyperlinks. So we have home, hyperlink, about, contact as well as login. So when I click on this home, it's need to display welcome to MyGo Minds. And when I click on this about, so it need to display MyGo Minds Institute. And when I click on this contact, it need to display that a phone number as well as a Gmail ID. And when I click on this login, so it need to display a username as well as a password. So when I clicking a correct password here, like MyGo is our username and Minds is our correct password. When I click on this login, I need to show the message called welcome to MyGo Minds. This is our welcome page, and when you use incorrect username, when I give the MyGo Minds like this, and I'll keep the password as same and click on this login, it need to display error occur, please enter the valid details. So this is about our sample project in React.js to navigating the one component to another component by using the hook called use navigate. And we need to give multiple hyperlinks, as well as we need to define the path by using the root, which was installed from a React router DOM. I again tell you, if you want to use this package, we need to install a command in our command prompt is nothing but npm install react router DOM. So this is about today's video. Thank you guys.